Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to do something a little special. I've done this a few times before, but I have a little bit of a sampler pack, and this is the Whistle Pig Rye Whiskey Piglet. Just going to give you a quick look at the back here. You have the Old World Rye, Whistle Pig Small Batch Rye, and the Piggyback Rye. Vermont. Now, one is a 43%, one is a 50%, and one is a 48.28. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so normally this is not going to follow the average normal type of review system that I use because these are just little samples. Kind of hard to get out there from. Okay, so today I guess what we want to try. Let me take another look at the back real quick. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. Always good to see you. All my returning video all my returning viewers, you know, boy, it's gonna be one of those times. So let's go ahead and start with the Old World Rye. That's the least amount of ABV. Such a little cute little thing. Whistle Pig Old World Rye. Madeira cask, 63%. Salt, it's hard to see that. I'm reading it to the freaking camera. I'm reading it to the camera. You can see it better than I can. Port cask, very interesting. Canadian rye, 43% alcohol by volume, 86%. Wine cask, you know I like a good port finished whiskey. Let's go ahead and take a look at the backside of this little piggy. So small, hard to see. Product of Canada. Let's just go on with it, shall we? So these are little corks. I didn't even notice that. I thought they would definitely cheap out with some little metal tin caps on it. So we're going to go ahead and do the Whistle Pig Old World Rye. I've actually just very recently gotten into ryes. What the heck? Anywho, I guess we're just going to do a one-shot, one-kill kind of situation going on with these guys. These little piglets. Three little pigs. Let me in, let me in. So, back in the 90s, there was a band called Green Jello. And the Jello Corporation, the Jello company, sued them, and part of the compromise and settlement was that they would change their name from Jello to Jelly. It's packed up right now, unfortunately, but I actually do have an old audio cassette tape of Green Jello, not Jelly, Jello, where everything is as it was when it was first released as Jello, not Jelly. But they have a song on there. It's about the three little pigs. It's their own little special little hardcore turn on it. It's the same story in music version. Very interesting. Check it out. I believe it'd be very, very difficult for you to find an original version of that song because they had to edit it. Various reasons, but I always say never compromise. If they want to sue you for being real, then that tells you what you need to know about them. Stick to your guns. Let's get at it, shall we? So on the nose, I can smell it from almost a foot away. I'm going in deep. It does have that dry, dusty sweetness that most ryes do. Now remember, this is I'm going to have to break out my magnifying glass. It's not because my eyes are getting old. It's because the dang print on these small ass bottles. 63% Madeira cask. Salterness cask. I'm not pronouncing it. 30% Salterness cask. 7% port cask. Aged 12 years. Now, for this one, just like the other ones I've done before, I do no research on this. It's coming out raw. Straight and raw. They are samples. That is a very dark. You want to pull it out? Let's pull it out. Whiskey color scale off. Let's see. I think it's darker than that. What do you think? Nah. It doesn't come quite across that well. It's burnt amber or copper. Doesn't matter. We're going to drink it. I have no other experience beforehand about Whistle Pig, although I know they exist. And I've seen a couple of reviews by chance. On the nose, it does very much come across very similar to a high rye bourbon. It just has that oaky, dry, dusty peanut smell. It's not quite pencil eraser. Very close. Very, very close. It's got a little bit too much sweetness on that end to be pencil eraser, but it is very, very close. I know it's like all the way down there in the corner. Look at it. Oh, no. We'll step off. Tighten up. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. That first palating is always a bit deceptive. It doesn't really like give you the full, how do you do? Interesting. 12 years. Now, is that 12 years? I have no idea. Unfortunately, I decided not to do the standard research protocols. I got a bit of a peanut stuck in there. It's not bad. A 12-year-old Canadian whiskey. I will promise you this. I will be looking up the information after the fact, of course. But for my own interests, my own, I guess, scholastics and knowledge base, we're going to go ahead and look some of this stuff up. I have no idea about the first two, but that port, yeah. Hey, there's a little bit left in there. There we go. Waste not, want not. Here we go. Second palate. It is really soft, smooth. It's got a great deal of oakiness because it is 12 years. But is that the regular Canadian whiskey that was rested for 12 years, aged for 12 years, matured for 12 years, and then mixed with these other things? How long did it sit? Because there's 3 different ones there, right? How long did it sit in each one? Or did they just pour the standard Whistle Pig Canadian rye into each one of those barrels and let all of them sit for 12 years? See, now I'm curious. Like they said, well, okay, here's your movie trivia. At first you had my attention. Now you have my curiosity. What movie is that from? Exactly what it means right here. First you had my attention, but now you have my curiosity. Definitely, for sure. Let me get one more palate. Crap. I think I've already thrown away the receipt where I went to the tablet. I went to the tablet. There you are. So the palating is still pretty dry and peanut. Whistle Pig, Whistle Pig, Whistle Pig. Let's see what I got here. Okay, sorry about the delay. I have no information on the Old World Rye yet. Looks like the only thing I have so far is the small batch rye. So these look like they're relatively expensive bottles when we're talking about 750s. So yeah, I do believe this was like roughly 20 something to $30 for this little sample pack. Let's go ahead and get a finish on. Ooh, that's very spicy. The rye really kicks in. Cheeks, gums, a little on the lips, the tongue, tip over across the back. Goes and hits the back end. Got some warmth. Build it up in the backside. It's very spicy. Not in the bad way. It's relatively balanced, but ooh, everything is sort of like warming up. A good solid 3. That's actually pretty nice. Now, I've kind of put off Canadian whiskeys pretty much all together, but this might actually be changing my mind. Well, if you made it this far, it's 11 minutes. If you made it this far, I salute you. Endurance, preservation, yes sir, or ma'am. Well, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, whatever it may be, so that the channel, the algorithm, whatever it knows that you like these videos and you want to see them as soon as I put them out. Let me know in the comment section. Wait down there. What do you think? Where are you at? What are you drinking? And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. So have a good one.